suppose I am a singer, okay, and I know ki I only know singing. I don't have any interest in coding. I don't have any interest in other skills. I am too much artistic person, and I don't see careers opportunity out there for me. And then I was like, yeah, what those things I can also see as a jobs in market. So I want to know those jobs in market which are there for artistic people. Like, though it will not be like a musician, you can be a music teacher. That is purely you are a musician and you are a music teacher. That is one other
Okay.
job. But besides this, what other career opportunities are there in the market? I want to know from you, like people who are watching this
Um,
podcast. They will like,
there, matlab, music is a very wide field, right?
okay,
Like if I say I am into music production, so there are many, many, many fields into music production. If you are if you watch any of the movies, which absolutely you do, movies or TV serials, there is this team which handles all your sound design. So actually what you listen, like कि दरवाज़ा खुलने की आवाज़ आ रही है, दरवाज़ा बंद होने की आवाज़ आ रही है,
okay,
लोगों के चलने की आवाज़ आ रही है. These things are not actually recorded while shooting those films.
yeah,
These are added in the post production, and
okay,
for that they need artists. Obviously there is this sound scoring part. Sound scoring is very, very, very important. Many people don't give it a lot of importance. Sound scores are basically, if you imagine कि एक fighting scene चल रहा है किसी movie के
okay,
अंदर, right? एंड उसके पीछे बिल्कुल मिक्की माउस वाले ट्यून बजने लगे.
yeah,
हाउ वुड यू फील अबाउट दैट?
yeah,
है
yeah,
ना? इट वुड फील कि भाई ये एब्सर्ड है. इवन दो वो फाइट सीन कितना अच्छा हो, इवन दो एक्टिंग कितनी अच्छी चल रही हो, इवन दो सीन कितना अच्छा हो,
yeah.
बट म्यूजिक प्लेज अ ह्यूज रोल.
Hey guys, welcome to the new podcast. So in today's podcast, we'll talk all about music production, and if you're a budding artist, how you're gonna write your song, all those processes. So for that, we have Ishan Kaushik with us. Hi Ishan, welcome to the podcast.
Hi Amandeep, glad to be here.
Yeah, great, great, great. So, this podcast will be a fun podcast where we'll talk about music things, and besides this, we'll talk about all the myths about singers. So, the very first question to Ishan is like, you can take your passion as your career, all those myths. So, can you throw some light on that?
Uh, I mean, these days, like especially after COVID, especially after people got quarantined, I believe things have started to, grow at a pace for independent artists, because independent scene is now moving forward at a very good pace. Because at that moment of time, Bollywood was not making music when we got quarantined, and independent artists from their home and from their own home studios and bedroom studios, like I have myself, they started making music and they started putting that out there. Even though I'm not a famous independent artist, but I really believe that all the independent artists are really doing good out there. So the thing about that is it's still growing. Indie scene is very new to India. Like there have been bands, there have been people who were independent, but this is something that has come into mainstream because of the internet. You can now upload your own songs on Spotify. You don't need a manager or you don't need a label for yourself, right? So now that everything is in your hands, people have started to
Yeah,
learn about these things, learn music production themselves, and they have started to get into the indie scene themselves. So going like if you want to make it a career, even though you're very talented, it's gonna take some time. So I get this question asked a lot too, like by my relatives and people who know me, like what are you doing? Even though I am, as you know, I work for an organization, I work as a designer, I have a day job, and at night time I'm a musician. So does that answer your question?
yeah. So, like, this is basically you told all about things that we as an artist doing in a lockdown, like creating a home studio, all those things. But like, if I talk about myths, like there are a lot of myths where people used to say ki if you're an artist, it is only good for if you are on a stage and playing a guitar. That sounds cool, but you cannot take it as a career. So can you just throw some light that how music production open wide, doors for the people who want to take it as a career?
Who want to take music production as a career? Okay, first thing that people need to understand is there is no course out there that's gonna teach you music production. I mean, there are courses, there are universities who teach you music production, and listen to me carefully on this one, because it is something that comes from yourself. I can download and I can read and I can purchase 1,000 courses, and even if my mind is not into it now, I won't be able to make music. Like if you want to go as an independent music producer, like I want to make beats for budding artists, right? And if I'm not good at making beats, I won't be able to make it. Okay, even no matter what course I've done, no matter what training I've done, no matter what who my mentor was, if I'm not good at what I'm doing, if I'm not consistent, if I'm not practicing it, there's no point I'm gonna make it.
Okay, okay,
So I
nice.
so I don't think like, yeah, if you are naturally good at it, maybe not naturally, if you're giving it your full, it's gonna give you a full. So you can take it as a career then.
Okay, okay. So my next question over here is, see, every artist have their own process of writing a song and then converting it into a like final product. So is there any process of, while you create your own songs, like if I talk about your songs on Spotify, like if I talk about your songs like lot of your songs, like just release Noor. Okay, so all your songs, while you write these songs, to how you imagine, what is the process of imagining that songs and then writing lyrics and then putting music into that. So is there any process for that, or you follow your own process?
There is I don't think there is one particular process that everyone follows.
Okay.
I have a lot of I have a lot of friends who are into this scene, who write great songs, who produce great music, and I've talked a lot about this thing, and everyone has a different process. Like for me, it is very random. You won't even believe it how I write my songs. So if it usually happens when I'm listening to music, or when I'm usually chilling and I'm bored the fuck out. Okay, if I'm not doing anything, I just something just hits in my mind, and I just pick up my guitar and I start playing some random notes, and the first thing that I do is I immediately record it on my phone as a memo, right? So what I do is I sing random words to it. It is just something that comes from inside. I sing random words to it. So if I made you listen to any of those memos, you won't make any sense out of them. Okay, so they are completely different. But when I listen to them on my PC, then I start to make sense of those lyrics, and then I change them lyrics so that the whole song kind of makes sense. So that's
Okay.
my writing style, and it really works for me every time. First of all, uh, when I wrote तूहे कहाँ, that was actually the first song that I wrote. When I wrote तूहे कहाँ, I was like कि ठीक है, तो तुक्के से हो गया सारा का सारा. But then I realized when I wrote 7-8 songs, I was like, okay, this is the process that I follow. Like it is not something that I intentionally follow. It is something that just happens. But this is something that works for me.
Okay, so basically, if I summarize it in like small thing, you do a process where you keep on drafting your piece again and again,
Yeah, yeah,
and just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
polishing it again and again, and then at the end you came up with your final piece. And it's nothing like that. You think of something that you want to create such kind of a song. No, it's nothing like
No, no,
that.
no. That has, I think that has happened just once, uh, because I was very much shaken by something that had happened. Like it was tragic. Like during COVID, I lost someone, and I don't know what I was doing. Like in that moment of time, I was not playing guitar. I was not doing anything. I was not going to the office. I just one day randomly, picked up a guitar, and I started writing this song. And so I think it is very rare for me. Like my songs are totally emotion driven,
Okay.
like the first draft especially.
Okay, okay. So this is basically my next question is not only about the artists who are into music production or who are into singing. This is basically for all the artists. So see, how much I believe that consistency plays a very vital role if you are into something. Okay, so how much you believe that in music production, like there are some lows and there are some ups where you get your flops, or maybe some of your songs will not get views. Okay, so like if you want to suggest, or you have to give some adapt to all the budding artists who are into this, maybe you also gone through those lows in your life when you release a song and you haven't got that much views or likes which you was expecting. Okay, so what's your call on this basically?
I have actually two point of views about two different things in this. Okay, so as you talked about consistency, right? So you have, as an artist, you have to make sure that you're consistent with your work. Okay, but there are two sides of it. With your work, like I have to be, like for myself, I have to be consistent that I'm daily working on my music. Okay, and second thing is I'm putting it out there. You should not put your music out there just for the sake of putting something out there. I had a phase in my life while when I was growing on Instagram. Okay, I used to make these random covers. uh you know every week I was launching one cover, and I was focusing on just launching that one cover, and it used to put so much stress on my mind that I was kind of losing my creative freedom out of that. Matlab, what I mean to say is, you have to be consistent with your music, but you do, yeah, like also you have to be consistent with your postings too, which I'm not. but you don't post your music, you don't produce music just for the sake of making music. But I think, yeah, consistency, I mean, in music we call that practice. So I think practice is much more important, like being consistent with it.
Okay, so there's one more thing which we artists do believe. Like sometimes we write a piece or sometimes we write a song, and we know it's a hit, but we know it's not a right time to take out to public. So is there anything like like as an artist we do this stuff that if we write a piece and we know that this is surely be a hit, but now it's not an exact time to launch it. So you also process this way ki you have written some of your song which it may be a hit, but this is not the right time, or I'm not a right stage of putting it out there, because still I need to be over there, then this song can be a double up for that. So is there anything
Yeah, I
that
think so.
artists do also think this way?
Yeah, I think, I don't know artists do think that way, or but I think they should, because marketing also plays a big role in that. Okay, so if I wrote a love song and I want to release it on 15th of August,
Okay.
so you can imagine what sort of
Yeah.
mixed feelings that song would portray.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying that song is gonna be bad, but the chances of that song doing very well are a bit low. Okay, so marketing plays a big role in that when you have to post your music. So for me, what I do is, I usually, so you have to also, now that Spotify is in India, you have to also make sure when you are posting that song so that you're pitching it. So you might not know this, but once you are done with your song, once you're done with the final audio of your song, you have to upload it on Spotify at least 15 days prior to your release. And then
Okay.
you have to write a pitch to the Spotify editors, which these are the editors which are officially working at Spotify. They listen to your music, and they look at your pitch, and then they see that what is the resonance between your pitch and your music, and then they add these songs to the Spotify editorial playlists.
Okay.
And this is how independent artists usually get famous.
Okay.
So I think when you release your song is is something that an artist should think about. It should not be like that कि ठीक है मैंने आज गाना बनाया कल सुबह पोस्ट कर दूंगा. You should definitely not think like that. But I mean, you can do that with like small content, like making covers or posting reels. But even then also, if your goal is also to gain followers, or maybe just get a get more recognized, you have to use these marketing tools that are out there for you, and they're obviously free. Your Instagram Insights, your Google Analytics. Yeah, so I would recommend every artist like to at least learn these tools and know what SEO is, so that when I type in your name on Google, your name should be in the top 5 results.
Yeah, so basically these are the many nuances which like you told, marketing skills. Like suppose you are
I mean, this is obviously just my perspective. I'm not a huge artist. As you
Yeah.
can see, I just have 4,000 something subscribers.
it's-
but
it's
this is just
just-
my perspective, and this is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I learned during these.
Yeah, that's why I ask you that's what's your process of writing, because it's
Okay.
not kind of a thumb rule of writing or creating a song. It's your way of creating a song. Maybe someone will have their own process. Okay, that's
I mean, but there are a few processes out there. Like there are some master classes which teach you how to write a song.
Okay.
But I mean, they also work, but they work for a specific group of people. But it does not work with me.
Okay. Now I want to ask like when you started from zero, like still you are growing and you are saying like you don't have that much reach, but still you are in a growing stage. So when you started from zero, so what baby steps you have taken? Like you have not thought it like before ki I will go this way, but if now if you see yourself, what you have done in your past which somewhere like helps you to grow this much, what those baby steps you want to suggest to other artists?
First thing, as a musical artist, that you need to keep in mind is, for most of you, if you wanna get into music production maybe, or if you are someone who plays an instrument, the first thing and the one of the most important things that I did was saving up money. Like I was in my BTech second year, I guess.
Okay.
It was the end of my second year. I bought a laptop. I started learning these designing tools and all.
Okay.
And that is how I started, doing internships here and there. And the sole purpose of those internships was to earn money so that I can invest that in my music later, because I knew that this is gonna be a lot of money. Okay. So that's
Okay.
how I bought almost every equipment I have today. So I think money management is something that any artist should keep in mind. I see these people, many people, like on a daily basis, I receive one of those messages, dude, what is your setup? I have a budget of 1 lakh rupees and I want to invest in, I want to invest in a home studio, right? And straight away I just ask them, like, do you actually know what music production is? Do you know what a DAW is? DAW is actually a digital audio workstation, okay, workspace. Okay, so they don't even know what software they're going to use, but they just saw someone making music out there on YouTube, on Instagram, maybe they saw me, but they are immediately like, okay, papa mujhe 1 lakh rupees chahiye, I want to make a home studio. And then they start. Oh, I mean, that is also a good thing. I'm not saying that this is bad, but then they don't know where to go after that. I mean, what I did was I started with very little. I just started with my laptop and a small audio interface and a very cheap microphone. And then I learned, and then I learned, and then I learned. Then I understood that what microphone would suit me. Then I understood what sort of equipment would suit the kind of genre of music that I'm in. So I think this way is better if you move gradually. Like you said, baby steps are important. Like, है ना?
So okay, so basically how much I can process over here is basically you are saying that when you are in your college, so it's just a beginning stage where you kind of manage the kind of like instrument you can buy with your own money. Then you keep on.
I mean, it is one of the most important things, I think, for any musician. I have a lot of musician friends, and their goal at the end of the month is, यार पैसे बचाने, ये drum के नई cymbal लेनी है, because musical equipments are very expensive, man.
Yeah.
Right.
So okay.
So I think this is one of the things that you should always keep in mind, no matter what step you're taking. Like, this should be, at the back of your head almost every time, that you have to save money to spend money.
So if I can count these steps on my fingers, so one should be you should know how to manage your money. Second, you should know what kind of genre of your type. Accordingly,
and for that, the main thing I think is for you to understand what your music and who you are as an artist is. It is very simple. Listen to a lot of music. You'll eventually find something that resonates with your kind of music, right?
Okay. So with this, I just want to know some names which you follow or which you see. Yeah, this kind of this can be my role models which I follow, or which I hear a lot of, because it's all about how much you hear. Then you will get to learn new things. So what kind of, if I ask about your daily schedule, what kind of names you suggest, or what kind of channels, or what kind of from your day schedule, if you suggest some names or some kind of platform which will help you to grow as an artist?
I think for the major platform that has helped me is actually YouTube, basically.
Okay.
I don't have any specific channel. I mean, there is one channel that has taught me a lot about music production. It's called In The Mix.
Okay.
So it's really great about music production. But I think artists do really inspire me a lot. Like, one of the most inspirational artists that I have ever come across is The Local Train.
Okay.
Like, the lyrics are awesome, the production is top notch, and the vocals and everything about them is almost perfect. It's my perspective, right? And also there is this amazing songwriter. His name is Osho Jan. So his song lyrics are absolutely dope. So when I listen to these artists, like, they actually make me want to get off my bed and start making something. Okay. So I think inspiration actually plays a huge role.
Very vital role, because when you see someone, then only you will be like, yeah, I wanna do something like this in future. Not the exact thing, but a replica of maybe kind of. So this is something basically in our field it works like this. We have some role models and we see those people and we're like, yeah, I have to be this way. मुझे ऐसा बनना एक दिन. ऐसा होता है सबके mind में. Okay. So my next question over here is कि this basically I see when I work in my Compass Club team, and when I see artists who perform in open mics, because these are budding artists who just keep on, they are in a learning stage. So I see them, they learn the guitar, they learn singing, and they're performing on stage. But what I feel that's my next question is that every musician should learn a bit of music production also. It's not like you learned an instrument, you have a good voice, you have good vocals, and you have learned something in music. But at the same time, you have to be multi-talented. You have to be like you should know about music production also, a bit of it. How much you agree on this?
I think it depends on person to person.
Okay.
The kind of musician you are, like, either you can be, I know a few vocalists who are absolutely amazing vocalists, and they know nothing about music production, and that is fine by them. You can either be the jack of all trades,
yeah,
right? Like I am. I'm average at everything. I know music production, I know video editing, I know a little bit of cinematic. I know a little bit of everything, but I'm not perfect at anyone. No
Yeah.
one is gonna say Shan Kaushik is such a great singer, man.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
vocals are phenomenal. Okay, but I'm like a good singer. I'm like a good
Yeah. Yeah. A good kind of.
mixing artist, right?
Yeah.
है ना?
Yeah.
So it's actually dependent upon the person. If you are someone who wants to, get into that, you want to be one of the best guitarists in India. So I would say, like, absolutely, you need to have some basic knowledge of other fields because, you know, music production is complementary to most of the music genres out there. If you're a guitarist and you want to record songs, obviously you need to know about music production. If you're a vocalist, you at least need to know what you have to do in a studio, what precautions you need to take before you record a song. Like for me, for example, you need to know what distance your mouth should be from the mic. These little things are important.
Yeah.
So yeah, to answer your question, for most of the musicians, I think you need a little bit of knowledge about studio, not maybe about music production, but about studio.
Okay.
And you
Great.
need to know what sort of effects would work on your voice or on your instrument.
Okay. One more thing, like how much I believe ki people have this thing ki if you are a musician and you play some instrument, so you can only be a singer, or the only field is you can go to a reality show, you can sing, and then it can be only way to get fame. So I want to break this myth through your answer that if you're a singer, though you can go into some other industries where there are some other verticals, like you told, you are into an industry where you work as a video production or animation or all those illustration things. Though you are a singer, but still you have aligned your skills with some other skills as a profession, just to get those kind of handsome money which you can invest in your on your own passion. Okay, so this is a myth which people do have here. If you are a singer, then the only motto is you to go to reality show, then only you will get fame, or then only you will get money. This is the only way of for a singer. No, there can be other modes also. You can be like, if you're a good singer, you can be a good music producer, you can be a good into animation, you can be good into editing tools and all those things. That those kind of career jobs are also there in market. So this is
I
basically
don't I don't quite agree with that. Like, if you're a good singer, that doesn't mean you're gonna be good at every art you touch.
okay.
I think this is something that depends on your personality. I know people who are good guitarists
Okay.
and they are good at coding as well.
Okay.
So, I mean, coding might be an art for those people, okay, but it's not necessary that you are going to be good at music production, and as if you are good at any other complementary arts.
Okay.
And to answer your reality show question, I don't think reality shows are necessary. I don't remember any reality show winner who has released a song in recent 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, any do you remember any Indian Idol who has sung a song in Bollywood? Do you remember any of those people who won these titles
Yeah.
and then and then were singing somewhere? I don't remember any of that. I mean, it's gonna get you famous in your town, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
And but the point is, if you are good, if you are actually good, if you have been practicing your art, your style of music for a long time, you're gonna make it. That reality show is gonna just act like a catalyst. Like, the fame that was supposed to come to you, that belonged to you, is gonna come to you a little bit earlier. So I don't think the reality show is a necessary part, is a necessary step in this process. I mean, it is just a catalyst. वो तुम्हें बीच के ना 3-4 step जो होते हैं ना struggle के, उनको थोड़ा कम करने में help करेगा, I believe.
Okay, basically what I was trying to ask from that question, maybe it went some other way. I was saying that suppose I am a singer, okay, and I know ki I only know singing, I don't have any interest in coding, I don't have any interest in other skills. I am too much artistic person, and I don't see careers opportunity out there for me. And then I was like, yeah, what those things I can also see as a jobs in market. So I want to know those jobs in market which are there for artistic people. Like, though it will not be like a musician, you can be a music teacher. That is purely you are a musician and you are a music teacher. That is one other job. But besides this, what other career opportunities are there in the market? I want to know from you. Like, people who are watching this podcast, they will like.
Yeah, matlab, music is a very wide field, right?
Okay.
Like, if I say I am into music production, so there are many fields into music production. If you are if you watch any of the movies, which absolutely you do, movies or TV series, there is this team which handles all your sound design. So actually what you listen like कि दरवाज़ा खुलने की आवाज़ आ रही है, दरवाज़ा बंद होने की आवाज़ आ रही है,
Okay.
लोगों के चलने की आवाज़ आ रही है. These things are not actually recorded while shooting those films.
Yeah.
These are added in the post production.
Okay.
And for that they need artists obviously. There is this sound scoring part. Sound scoring is very 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 important. Many people don't give it a lot of importance. Sound scores are basically if you imagine कि एक fighting scene चल रहा है किसी movie के
Okay.
अंदर, right? एंड उसके पीछे बिल्कुल मिकी माउस वाली ट्यून बजने लगे.
Yeah.
हाउ वुड यू फील अबाउट दैट?
Yeah, yeah.
है ना, इट वुड फील कि भाई ये एब्सर्ड है. इवन दो वो फाइट सीन कितना अच्छा हो, इवन दो एक्टिंग कितनी अच्छी चल रही हो, इवन दो सीन कितना अच्छा हो, बट म्यूजिक प्लेज अ ह्यूज रोल. अगर तुम हॉरर मूवी देखो एंड यू वॉच इट विदाउट साउंड, आई डोंट थिंक इट वुड मेक अ लॉट ऑफ सेंस. तो उसके अंदर साउंड स्कोरिंग एंड साउंड डिजाइनिंग एंड दीज थिंग्स play a huge role. So these are also career options. You can obviously learn music production and start working in a studio. You can also start to own your own studio, because there are a few things. I mean, I have a home studio, but there are a few things that I really miss out on. Like I cannot get a fully isolated room because it's gonna be very expensive. So I think studios are still alive. I mean, good studios.
Yeah. Okay. Great. मतलब I somewhere got the answer of my question basically.
No, your question was for a very
Yeah,
wide range of
wide,
people.
yeah.
You asked if you are a singer. I don't really know what you're gonna do if you're just a singer. Okay, so you know, like what do you want to do in life depends on a number of factors, right? Firstly it depends upon your personality and your interest. If you're a singer and you're not interested in designing, and if I say like, okay, if you're a singer you can do designing, so that won't be applicable for all the singers that are out there. So I mean, for that, if you're a singer and if you want to, you know, keep it as a side hustle, and if you want to work on something, the best thing to do is try different things, man. Try different things. Try, like what I do is like follow your idols, okay? You watch them, you stalk their Instagrams, you stalk their profiles, and you check out what steps did they take to get here. Okay, you
Yeah.
try all of them. Okay, and it's possible that none of them would work for you, but keep on trying different things until and unless you resonate with something and you just stick with it. Like I was not always a designer. I started designing by designing my own posters, because I used to perform with a band. I started
Yeah.
designing the posters of my own band, and I was like, this is something that I can get into. So
Okay.
designing got me into video editing, and editing into animation, and animation into the field that I'm in right now.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so this is the last question which I'm gonna ask, because
Okay.
which is I ask in each and every podcast. Nowadays, which what I believe that for people as an artist, if they upload a video on YouTube, it is only about mere numbers. They are focusing about numbers. If you see I'm just asking, what's your opinion on this? You should go behind your the numbers, the views, or you should go behind your satisfaction. Like if you're satisfied with your content, no matter how many views you're getting, no matter how much your video got viral, this will surely affect you some or the other way. But as an artist in today's scenario, I see people are more behind numbers. They are more like how many views you are getting. Yeah, so basically what's your call on this? As an artist, we should go behind numbers, or we should only be like, if I'm satisfied with my piece, that is done.
I think I have an answer that stands in the middle ground of both of the scenarios you were talking
Okay.
about. Okay. So sometimes when you're this happens when you are a beginner musician. Okay, when I started releasing my cover songs,
Okay.
so this is something that happens with me, is like if I record a song, I listen to it at least 100 times, because I'm recording it. I'm listening to it again and again. I'm tweaking it. I'm making a few changes in the EQ. I'm making little changes, and then I reach to the final result. Okay.
Okay.
So for me, if I've made a mistake in the first take of my audio and I've heard that 100 times, my brain would tell me, dude, this is fine. Okay. So when I send it to 5 different people and then 4 of them tell me like, dude, you fucked up in this part. And for a long period of time, I'm not able to understand what did I fuck up with. Okay. So what I actually do is I leave that track over there for 2 or 3 days, and I listen to it again, and then from a new perspective I listen like, okay, यहाँ पे गलती कर रखी. So what my point is, I'm not deflecting from your question. My point is, when you're a beginner, so there are things that you're gonna fuck up. Okay, so over there you don't have to go with the views, but go with the analytics. You need to know what is going right on your YouTube, and what, like, are the people, is your audience liking it or not? Okay, so there are 2 scenarios. If your audience is not liking it, it's probably maybe your music sucks at this moment of time. Or second point is, you are with the wrong audience, because this happens when I produce a Hindi song, when I'm singing Bollywood Hindi songs, sad songs, people are going crazy after it. Okay, I want to listen to this song. Like this happened with one of my songs, Zara Zara. Okay. And at the same moment of time, in those same scenarios, if I'm releasing an English song, so even though I know, and much of my friends who listen to English songs know that this was actually a great song. For example, if I talk about Mad World. So for example, Mad World is a cover that I did. Mad World has more than 100,000 TikToks that have been made on that song. So to me, it's a very successful song, and many of my friends who have great taste in music, in my opinion, have told me that this was a great song. But that did not work out on YouTube. So I believe that reason was I was not hitting the right audience. So I think but obviously you should not go after the views, but go after the analytics. But sometimes that's also gonna happen when you know that your music is good, okay, and the 100 people who listen to your music told you that it is good, but you're just not getting enough reach. So in that case, you have to just listen to yourself. You don't have to get demotivated. You just have to be persistent with your vision. You have to keep your vision in mind always. ये ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि if you made a song and उसको 20 लोगों ने like करा है, 20 में से 20 के लोगों को वो पसंद आया है ना, तो I think उन 20 लोगों को ही पसंद आना तुम्हारे वो गोल होना चाहिए.
Great.
I mean, you should not focus on कि भाई views आ जाएं. You should focus on कि गाना अच्छा हो. तब उसके कई सारे मीनिंग हो सकते हैं.
So I can say कि basically quality matters rather than quantity. Like and like if you are uploading a video, how many viewers you are retaining back on your video, that is basically you are trying to say ki your target audience, you have uploaded a video, people like that video, how many people again you have uploaded a video and how many people are coming back and retaining back to your channel. That is basically ki you will get to know ki this is my kind of genre, or people of my audience liking this kind of my music. But does this won't stop you to creating the other thing which you like? Like there are some things like which we as an artist like to produce, but there are some things which as a viewer like to hear or listen. So how you balance that? Like you will give priority to your kind of music, or you will give priority to kind of music which people love to listen?
I would me as an artist, I would always give priority to what I want to make.
Okay.
Right. But eventually, if I'm making, at this moment of time, if I'm making Hindi independent songs, right? At this moment of time, I'm making Hindi songs. But for some reason, I start making English EDM music. Like if I'm getting 100 likes right now, I might not get even 20 likes on that. But that does not mean that my music sucks. It just means that I'm trying something new, and I think I would grow in that direction. So it totally depends on you. If you feel like that this is something that resonates with you, obviously do that. But don't go on social media trends to cover a song that you don't like. It happened with me like 4 or 5 times in the early years. I'm still in my early years though, but bilkul initial stage mein it happened with me. Like people were requesting, dude, ye gana ga de. And I spent like 1 week to record that song, and I was like, okay, kar dete hain. But after I uploaded that song, I was like, fuck. Dude, ये नहीं करना चाहिए था. I never heard that song after uploading it. I would never hear it again. I even after a while when I released Tu Hai Kahan, when I released Gulabi, I made that video private. I was like, I don't want people to listen to these things.
Okay, fine. So I can process this from where it's coming. Yeah, it's an artist. Like sometimes some pieces more close to us, but it will not get that much love which like we are expecting, and we are like यार bro क्या हो गया यार, मैं तो कुछ और सोच रहा था. It's something went other way. Like suppose you
यार पता है इसके अंदर ना, मतलब I would like to say इसका ना ये जो क्वेश्चन, I don't think इसका कोई एक परफेक्ट आंसर हो सकता है. बिकॉज ये एक आर्टिस्ट की लाइफ में ना, एक हम जितने भी आर्टिस्ट होते हैं ना, हमको क्या चाहिए असली में, वी ऑल वांट कि भाई कोई बैठ के सुन ले. अगर अमनदीप तुम बताओ, अगर इफ़ आई टोल्ड यू टू, ठीक है, 1 हफ्ते के तुम लीव ले लो ऑफिस से, एंड यू नो दैट फॉर 1 वीक यू वोंट बी गेटिंग पेड फॉर दैट, है ना, फॉर दो 7 days, बट आई टोल्ड यू लाइक दे वुड बी 150 पीपल every day for those 7 days, they would be just listening to you, listening to your art, listening to your poetry. You would do anything to do that, right? You know, and in that moment of time, nothing else would matter. So I think this comes with every artist. You need people to listen to you. You need people who appreciate you, because it feels good actually. You've worked hard on your art, and you want people to recognize that.
And the small things plays a very vital role because it doesn't mean कि अगर आपका कुछ गाना इतना मिलियन रीच हो जाता है तभी आपको वो सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलेगा. अगर आपके फ्रेंड सर्कल में ही
Exactly.
आपको अच्छे कमेंट्स मिल गए and you get people are like appreciating you, that is enough because that will help you कि inspire you कि हाँ मुझे और करना है, I want to do again and again.
सो माई पॉइंट फ्रॉम दिस इज कि इस चीज़ को ना करते करते एक एक्सट्रीम पॉइंट आता है इसके अंदर ना, व्हेन यू आर लाइक कि तुम कहीं कहीं एक उस ग्राउंड पर होते हैं बिकॉज यू आर डूइंग इट फॉर लाइक्स एंड यू आर डूइंग इट फॉर योर सेल्फ, बट वो कहीं कहीं ऐसा हो जाता है कि आई एम डूइंग इट फॉर लाइक्स, आई एम डूइंग इट फॉर व्यूज, आई एम डूइंग इट फॉर लाइक्स, आई एम डूइंग इट फॉर व्यूज, बट यू हैव टू कीप रिमाइंडिंग योर सेल्फ कि ठीक है, it's about my art,
Yeah.
it's about my perspective of what my art is.
Yeah.
है ना?
Yeah. As an artist, I can relate with this also. कि this is
I mean, मेरे साथ ऐसा बहुत होता है. I do a lot of things just for, you know, being cool on social media. But you know, because it took me a long time to not let that thing affect who I am as an artist. Yeah.
And one more thing, like this is basically मेरे को भी लगता है कि what we are on social media, it's not who we are in our personal life. Like we only show a part of us on social media which we want people to see, because like if I'm an artist and I want my songs over there, I have to be, because this is trend, I have to be cool, I have to be out there, I have to be go with the trend. So I just kind of portray the kind of image which I want to show to people to on social media. But does it mean that I am the same kind of person in my personal life?
Yeah, in most cases, I don't think that. In most cases, this is the case. But you know, I started doing this one thing. I started reading books actually.
Okay.
I was a person who was not into books. I think you are, because you write so much. I think you have read a lot, right? Am I right or no?
Yeah, I don't write, I listen more. I don't
हाँ,
read, I listen more. Yeah.
So, okay. So I got into this habit of listening to podcasts
Okay.
and reading these self-help books. If you look at my desk right now, it's filled with books and tech stuff. Okay. So every one of those books almost just tell you to not give a fuck about these things. So it actually, it was very painful to do this, and it still is. I'm still struggling with it, but I try not to give a fuck about these things. Like I try to be as, you know, I try to be as raw as I am on social media, but you know, with a little bit of filter on it.
Yeah, filter.
I'm not saying
yeah. Filter is obviously there because एज एन आर्टिस्ट की हमें भाई पता है कि भाई वही ट्रेंड है, अगर हम वो नहीं करेंगे वी विल नॉट बी दैट वे, तो पीपल विल लाइक किया अच्छा तो आवाज अच्छी है भाई, प्रेजेंटेशन का है, प्रेजेंटेशन शुड बी देयर, तो भाई जो दिखता है वो दिखता है, दैट इज द बेसिकली सिनेरियो इज, है ना, जो दिखता है वही बिकता वाला सीन है. ओके सो Ishan, at the end, if you want to give any opinion, like at the end of this podcast, any one liner or any one thing as an artist or as a growing artist, what it would be?
I mean, I would give two statements of like these would be, I think, two advices if I have to give to anyone. These are also for me. Like first one is very important, is be consistent. Okay. पता है कितना ही बुरा time आ जाए, dude, just be consistent. Maybe take a break from social media, because social media is a small thing in your life, but it has a huge impact.
Yeah.
With dopamine and serotonin and everything, it
Yeah.
affects your brain a lot. You take a break from social media, but just be consistent with your music if you're serious about it. And second thing that I'd like to state as a statement would be, don't run after perfectionism. It does not exist.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much, Ishan, for your time. And I hope so,
Okay,
guys, you enjoyed this podcast with us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, see you on the next podcast.